Hello guys, welcome back to the next topic, technical vocabulary, which is from Unit 5. And see, what is this technical vocabulary is all about? If I'm not mistaken, I told you already this one in the classroom, but again, I just wanted to give you a rough talk. I'm going to touch the surface level of this vocabulary part. See here, vocabulary is divided into two types mostly. The first one is here high frequency vocabulary, and second one is low frequency vocabulary. High frequency vocabulary is nothing but the vocabulary that we use every day, from the day begins and till the day ends. Whatever the vocabulary that we use in English is called as high frequency vocabulary. The second one is here low frequency vocabulary, where nobody will understand when we use it, because the word itself is saying a low. We use it very rarely. For example, a filch, trailblazer, tranquil, sojourn, proscribe. You can ask me, sir, what is this proscribe? We know prescribe. So what is this proscribe? Proscribe doesn't mean that forbidden or ban. That is what actually. And also we say graduated. I'll tell you an interesting thing when it comes to the word graduated. And we Indians, only we Indians actually use the word passed out. But passed out is something actually deals with faint. Means for passed out means faint, become faint. But we are the only one who actually use this term passed out in educational institutions. But instead, we the one who should be in the position to use graduated. So when you are happen to use passed out, please don't say passed out. You are passed out. You must say you are graduated. Take an example. So instead of saying he was passed out in 2019, better say he was graduated in 2019. It is better say he belongs to the 2019 graduated batch. Forget to say, you better forget to say he belongs to the 2019 passed out batch. See, there is a lot of variation here, even in vocabulary. So as I told you, so there are going to be two types of vocabulary, high frequency and low frequency. So when it comes to our topic, technical vocabulary, what is this vocabulary? See here, the general vocabulary that we use is okay, fine then. But when we are opted for different fields, we the one who should be in the position to use that field's vocabulary. For example, if you've been to or if you go to any library, so library has its own vocabulary. If you are talking about engineering, so you're going to have different streams in engineering. If you go to a mechanical engineer, he uses his mechanical terms when he's talking about his branch. When you go to a CSE guy, he's going to talk about, or he's going to use the terms which are related to the computer. When you go to a ECE guy, he's going to talk about he's going to use the vocabulary which is related to his field. And when you go to a civil engineer, he uses the vocabulary which are supposed to be used in that field. So when you are using different vocabulary according to that field is considered or set as technical vocabulary. Let's see what is this technical vocabulary is all about. As you are seeing here, it's a specialized vocabulary of any field for that matter. So we're going to have different fields. So that's the reason we happen to say any field. So, but the thing is here, experts in a field to communicate with a clarity, precision, relevance, and brevity. If you wanted to carry all these four, you must be in the position to know that field's vocabulary. So that is what I want to say. Next one here, prior to developing your technical vocabulary, you have to improve your general vocabulary in English. It's very essential. So whenever we communicate in English, we people don't have the habit of communicating in English, but I'm telling you to start communicating in English so that you will get some idea about what vocabulary that you have to use related to your field. Because when we are asking some students, like for example, if you are asking any mechanical engineer student to give a presentation on assimilation and dissimilation of a vehicle, or if you are asking something which is related to his field, he's going to use a regular vocabulary where we are not going to hear the terms which are related to his field. But I'm suggesting you and I'm requesting you, so do better practice English grammar and as well as practice English vocabulary in your daily life. Let's see some terms, some fields. I picked up only three fields which are necessary to us. So let's see what are these computer related terms. See, for example, these are the terms that you are seeing which are used in when it comes to computer field. So we are not going to use these words in any other field. You take it for granted. Why they mentioned computer related terms? Because these are the only word terms that are actually used in computer or related to the computer. See here, crash is a word we actually use. So when we are talking about something which actually causes a computer inoperative. And next, the second one is here, dongle. So when it's an, one of the electrical device which is attached to the computer software. Next, Java, Oracle, and DBMS, and some programs are there. So these are all used or called as programming languages of computer. You're not going to use this Java word in any other field. That is what we mean to say. Our next one is here, CPU, Central Processing Unit, that does most of the data processing. So next word is here, data structure. It means the organization of data. And the drive is one more word that we use in computer. And we use one more word, the other one, head crash. Head crash means a crash of read or write head in the hard disk drive. These are a few terms that I actually picked related to this computer. We're going to have too many. You just practice that. For better words, you just Google, or you just refer the textbook which is prescribed to you. Next one, the terms which are used in accounting, business, and finance. See here, these are the only words, or the words that you are seeing here are only used in any one of these fields. You're not going to use these words in computer field. We use capital account, which actually when we are talking about balance payments recording and nation's outflow and inflow of financial securities, then we actually talk about that. And also we know this word goodwill. So when we're going to use intangible asset valued according to the advantage of reputation a business has acquired, then we use this goodwill. And also we use gross profit. So for net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold. And next, production. So production is a word which actually used in manufacturing when we are talking about manufacturing. Mostly this one used in economics. And next one, write off and write down. So when we are reduction, when we use this one, a reduction in the book value of an asset. So these are a few terms that we actually use in accounting, business, in finance. Right. Next one. So we're going to see some medical terms over here, so which are related. See, adduction, corona. Corona means any structure that resemble a crown in shape. If I'm not mistaken, most of you are seeing the picture of corona on TV every day. So it's going to be in the shape of a crown. Next one, immunity or resistancy are the words which are actually used in medical. And irritation, well, most of the times we actually use don't irritate me, we say. So irritation means an abnormal sensitivity to stimulation. So when you get this one, we use this one. And next one is therapy. Therapy is nothing but act of caring for somebody. And next, gymosis. So these are the terms that we actually use in medical terms. And next one is here, technical and engineering related terms. So we use words in technical and as well as engineering fields like a cataloged, enabled, installed, optimized, innovation, so and device, next automation. So these are the terms that we actually use when it comes to technical engineering related terms. Whatever the field that you choose, whatever the field that you are into, make sure that field's vocabulary need to be learned by you. So if you fail to learn that, so we are not going to make it any no effective presentation or writing or speaking. So, and sometimes even if you're not familiar with your field's vocabulary, it is highly impossible to you to understand the concept. So that's the reason this concept actually introduced to you in the first year itself. So make sure and you just give a better trial, and better you just try to learn a few more words which are related to your field, and also to focus on the topic that we discussed now. Thank you, and this is what is all about the topic describing technical vocabulary. Thank you. For any queries, if you have, so you can ping me on WhatsApp or just give me a call, or else when we have online class, you can ask me the doubts. Thank you.